Oh, day 32. When we pulled in here last night, God, it was piss instantly raining, and oh dear, I just backed over in here to get some souvenirs. Look, these are my little souvenirs, my little bulrushes. I do like bulrushes. They remind me of when British Waterways had them on their sign before the Canal and River Trust decided to change everything, including the slightest resemblance of competency. Anyway, so we're right under the flight path for Birmingham International Airport, and then we've got two major roads here side by side. I think we're gonna push on to somewhere a little bit more peaceful. Not sure how far we're gonna get today, because I still don't feel I'm not feeling myself. That's the thing. So we're gonna push on. Hopefully I'll be feeling myself a bit more. What could possibly be worse than meeting on a, well, not worse, as bad as, oh fucking hell, is there one coming? What? I can't fucking see enough what's going on here. But here's the thing, they just been squished through that weeping willow, and now, oh, what a fucking mess. You'd have thought someone could have trimmed this back a little bit. All my bulrushes is likely to get wiped out here. I can see there is a boat moored just on the side here, which is a little bit fucking stupid. Well, I haven't lost all my bulrushes, but look at the state of that. And it looks pretty, but it means that the entire navigation, look, right, well, we've got through that, but what, see, that other boat had just gone through there. I'd pulled back to wait, but they hadn't got a clue what was going on. It just means you've no idea what might be coming unless you get off the boat and walk. So you come through here, zero visibility, ho-hum. Sort of missed that. Nice textured side on that water. Not sure what that's all about. It's different though. Lots of different things on canal. Now this is interesting. We've got a farm over there with, I don't know, wheat, corn, something like that. Not corn, wheat or barley. And then we've got this whole area here, which is, looks like it's just been allowed to go back and let nature take over. I don't know whether there's still that thing called set aside, and then over there's another field with, I don't know, wheat, barley, whatever. But this just looks all natural and, you know, unhumanated, with all those various different, you know what I mean, surely, unfarmed Unfarmed? Unfarmed. We haven't had a tunnel for a couple of days. Can't remember the last tunnel we had. Oh, actually, did we? A tiny one, I think, coming out of Birmingham. And then there was the tiny one going into Birmingham. I can't remember. I've slept since then. This is only a short tunnel anyway. Very nice, very nice. One of the nice things about tunnels in the Midlands, I think our first experience was probably Newbold Tunnel on the North Oxford, and you can walk through them. And on the Newbold Tunnel in particular, they'd installed some nice pretty coloured lights in there. Well, that's 15 years ago. They've probably been vandalised by now, but so I'm going to pop light on, and when I've got my nose in there, I'm going to toot the horn, and then we'll scuttle through. Here we go. It's quite low, is this tunnel? I'm going to run the risk of damaging me bulrushes. There you are for the tunnel fans. That's another tunnel ticked off list. Turn the light off now and carry on. That up there is the M6 toll road motorway thing. And it's just started to rain again. Thank you. All those people whizzing over there haven't got a clue what's going on down here. This is the last stretch, actually, we think, of our journey that we've never done before. Because once we get to, is it Fazeley Junction, Fradley Junction, yeah, that junction anyway, we've done that before, and then all the way up the Trenton Mersey, and so this is the last bit of breaking new ground. It's really strange because yesterday we was going through this sort of like underpassy bit, and I could have sworn I've been there before. We've done that before, which of course we couldn't have done. It would have been impossible. Strange. We are back in the territory of locks, growing stuff. more locks we've got to go. I think there's probably about another 4, and then that will be it for today's locks, and it will be pretty much it for the part of the waterways network what we have not done that before. It's quite strange. I think it's day 32, and so far, what an absolutely stunning adventure this has been. Absolutely wonderful reset button for the soul and spirit. It's a bit like a mental health sticky plaster. This is the last lock of the day, and actually it's the last lock of this trip that we've never done before. From now on, I think we will have done every lock. I don't think there's a part of the network from now which is new to us, which is that's a strange thing, isn't it? I might have probably said all this before, but what a stunning trip so far. We're probably only halfway through. No, we're not. About 2/3 through. I can't remember what we said. We're probably going to be about 45, 50 odd days, and we're on day 32. I don't know. But look at that for a... Got a bit of sunshine coming out as well. And we're going to have some lunch now, and then see where we get this afternoon. Look, rounded off square pills. What a beautiful day this is turning out to be. We've been going 4 hours ish, and this is a monumental lock. Is it a Marley? Marley? What's up, mate? Is this a monumental lock? Hopeless hound. There we have it. Our last virgin lock. Unless, of course, we decide to change our journey again, which could well be the case. But it would mean heading back sort of Birmingham way. I think that's probably not likely to happen. But how good is this though? Look at that, isn't that pretty? Little orange flower there that I haven't managed to find so far. This is our little flower vase that I've been building as we've been going along. Just picking one or two if there's a nice clump of them. I'm sure some people would just have hiked all of them out, but it's not a good idea to do that if you want them to be there next year. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. We've just stopped for some lunch, and now we're about to press on towards Faisley and Fradley and all that sort of thing. But we've just been looking at some maps. What's the matter? You might have. Oh dear, or the weather's going to set in. We've just been looking at some maps, and where I've just said we've just done the last of our virgin locks, we haven't. And if you watched yesterday's little cruising log, you will have seen that I said, I think I recognise this, but I couldn't have done. Well, I did, and I could have done, because where we turned off the whatever it was onto the Birmingham and Paisley Canal, you remember that I said there's a little bit goes off there, and that's the Grand Union? Well, we actually came up that bit. We came up the Grand Union-y bit. What a muppet. When we did the Warwick Ring, which was, oh, let's zoom out a little bit, then we'll all get a little view of the rabbit. So we have actually done all this before, right from where we turned. So I was right in that little undergroundy bit. I was right, we had done that before. I thought I had a bit of thunder then. Oh dear, the weather could get a little bit iffy. So yes, so that's a strange one, isn't it? It was 15 years ago, so I think it's all right. We can allow ourselves a little memory issue or two with that. And the wind's now blowing me nicely against the edge, so I'm gonna have to do me unorthodox, push the back end out and then reverse into the cut and then slam a load of power on. I'm going to do that with two hands, and then I'm going to tell you what our plan is, because we are going to have something a little bit different. Right, we are now out in the middle of cut. I like to do that, push the back end out and then reverse into the cut, for a number of reasons. Gives me a bit more control at water, but it also means I don't have to put loads of power on next to the edge where people might have dropped crap in. I always like the propeller to be away from the edge if possible. So what are we doing? We're having a change of plan, because we're headed up now to Paisley and then up to Fradley, which we have done all before. Even though anyway, let's not do that again. We've done that one to death. We will be going up through Stone and Stoke and whatever, but there's a little bit, I can't remember what the junction's called offhand. I've only been past it about 8 or 9 times, where the Caldon canal runs off, and that goes down to Leek, etc. We pulled in there briefly a couple of years ago just to go and do a little bit of shopping and to try and find some oatcakes. That was a bit of a dismal failure. So we've decided we're going to do the whole of the Caldon Canal. Quite a few locks, but it is quite nice as well. And I think we know some people who live nearby. You have to remember that geographically I am somewhat challenged when it comes to the canal network. I never know where the hell I am, so well, I'll pop something up and let people know where we're going to be on the Caldon Canal, which should be quite nice for a couple of days. And we haven't done that before, and I know we haven't done that before. I'm definite we haven't done that before, and even though I didn't think we'd done this before, we have done this before, but I'd forgotten. Well, not necessarily forgotten. Well, actually, yes, necessarily forgotten. What a joyous trip this is turning out to be. It's not that I've got memory issues. It's just that I might have the odd memory issue. Well, it was only when we looked at the Warwick Ring, and we suddenly realised, yeah. So those, and that was good actually, because I was sure I'd done a couple of those bits before yesterday, and to find out that I actually had, yes, good. Right, shut up. Let's get our move on before this rain starts setting in. The best bits of film are never filmed, are they? This is the view now, and it's all brightened up. 10 minutes ago, this was just one big sheet of rain, like. So we very, very quickly moored up, came inside, and it fucking stopped raining. You bastard, brother. So we're going to give it a few minutes. We're going to see what happens. You see, we've got sunshine here now, but really it's like stair rods coming down. Nobody will know what I mean by stair rods. But believe now, still raining a little bit there, look. But crikey, that was pretty severe. No more rain, and a very interesting little bridge. It's quite cute, isn't it? And a disused swing bridge. Not to say disused, might not be. Drayton Swivel Bridge. I do like that little footbridge. That appeals to my sense of the whatever it is, surreal. Well, if someone's designed that, what a blinding idea. Good on them. You are number 6. I'm not a number, I'm a free man. I will not be pushed, filed, indexed, briefed, debriefed or numbered. Who is number 1? You are number 6. Alright, shut up. Couldn't resist it though. You got to, hadn't you? You see a boat like that, you got to do it. There's for those who don't know what on earth I'm on about, there was a short TV series which was quite surreal, starring Patrick McGowan. It was called The Prisoner. This was long before Prisoner Cell Block H, believe me. And if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the series, I would urge you to seek it out, because it is even today, I think, still highly relevant. And I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. It's search for The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGowan, and it's filmed in a wonderful little place in North Wales called Portmeirion. And there's a fan club which I used to be a member of, strangely enough, called 6 of 1, I think it was. Go check it out, guys. You know you want to. The Prisoner, Patrick McGowan. Really don't know what to make of today. We have all this. We have had all forms of weather today. Zoom out so we can get a nice look. We have had a thunderstorm twice, bright sunshine about 3 times, overcast quite a bit, but it's not been cold, so I'm alright with that. We are coming up to Fazeley Junction. This is Fazeley where we is at now. Just beyond this bridge is the junction, and then we will be on the Coventry Canal. Charlotte's coming back with some obviously bad news that there's nowhere to moor. We'll see. Bit late, but I do remember this junction now. We went down there last time. Right, I'm gonna need both hands for this, boys and girls. Beautifully done. Yeah, I remember going down there now. It was a lot easier turning this way than it was going that way. I can't remember why there was a problem with that last time. But so we are now So have we done this bit before? We must have done this bit before. Oh, do you know? Yes, we will have done this bit before. When we was on our way, when we was taking this boat back for the first time. Oh crumbs. Yes, I'm sure we would have done. You can tell I'm really absolutely bloody useless. I just go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow. Right, anyway, this is Faisley. We're going to shoot on a little bit up towards Fradley. We're not going to go to Fradley tonight, but we're going to make way while the sun shines. As that's my new catchphrase. Make way while the sun shines. I just got a lovely cheeky little smile from someone there. I best not put them on camera. That was a very cheeky little smile. So have we done this bit before? We must have done this bit before. I didn't know about that last bit until we looked at the map, but it was then blindingly obvious that we had to have done that before on the Warwick Ring. This, for me, is a part of the fun of boating. That abdication of having to be in the slightest bit concerned, they passed us earlier, of where you are, where you've been. It's just nice, just like this, bobbing along at a couple of miles an hour. Mind turning to mush is absolute heaven. And I'm really now starting to appreciate the absolute joy of just, as people say, going out for the summer. Because we don't have a fixed time to get back. Well, we sort of do, but it's not for a while yet. So we have that flexibility. And it's that flexibility that I'm really lapping up at the moment. This is heavenly. So yes, as I said, we are going to, that's quite pretty, isn't it? I get the impression those are not cheap houses. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to do the Cordon Canal. We'll probably hit that tomorrow, or maybe not, because we might stop for a little bit in Stone. In fact, that might not even be tomorrow. I don't know. God, look at me.